Well, the Penguins do what the Penguins do. They blew a 3-0 lead before finally winning in a shootout. Hi, I'm Dan Kingerski on the Pittsburgh Hockey Now and the National Hockey Now YouTube channel. We are in the Penguins media room once again. Do me a favor before we get too deep into the video. Like, subscribe, share, give me the thumbs up. Although the one person who keeps giving me a thumbs down, you got to tell me why. It's kind of funny, actually. I'll see 65, 70 likes and one dislike every time. Let's get into the Penguins game because there's a few storylines to dissect here. There's the rookies being inserted into the lineup, and there is the continued and inexplicable blown leads. Let's start with the blown leads. The Penguins up 3-0 in the second period and somehow gagged that away against an absolutely terrible San Jose Sharks team. The Sharks had the least points last season. They are second worst this season. And somehow, none of that seemed to matter to the Penguins. Some horrific defensive efforts. A continuation of the third period on Friday, which truly, and I'm not exaggerating when I say this, the game on Friday for the Penguins, the third period, specifically, one of the worst defensive performances of this century for this team. Truly, the third period Friday in Columbus was that bad. In part, it was Ryan Graves and Ryan Shea who had a walkabout. It wasn't a brain fart because it just kept going for the entire period. And then you factor in other mistakes like Erik Karlsson, and the Penguins went from a 2-0 lead to a 6-2 loss. So now let's kind of lead into the kids before we get to the actual game, because even Mike Sullivan had enough. I like to think I threw Sullivan a little bit of a curveball in the postgame when I asked if the decision to insert Owen Pickering, who made his NHL debut, and Vasily Ponomarev, who made his Penguins debut. Ponomarev played 2 games last season with the Carolina Hurricanes, 1 goal, 1 assist. If that decision to put them in the lineup was a best chance to win sort of decision, or if it was part of a larger organizational shift to get the young players into the lineup. Now, we know the latter is also true, but Sullivan gave me a curveball, gave me kind of an answer C. And that is Ryan Graves got a seat, and to a lesser extent, Valtteri Puustinen, because of an accumulation of events. Basically, Ryan Graves has been really bad for a week. After improving and steady play this season, grading on the curve fairly, but it was pretty horrendous Friday in Columbus, and Graves got some press box nachos, as did Puustinen. So Pickering gets in the lineup and plays about 14 minutes, gets a wicked assist. I mean, he head faked and deked, created a whole passing lane, zipped a cross-ice pass to Sam Poulin, also a rookie. Poulin gets a good shot on goal. Jesse Puljujärvi scores. After that line with Drew O'Connor in the middle, with Puljujärvi, O'Connor, and Poulin, they had 10 scoring chances Friday night and got bubkus. They finally broke through, and Poulin and Puljujärvi especially kind of had a little moment on the ice. They went nuts in the celebration after Puljujärvi buried the rebound. So let's maybe unpack the game. The Penguins clearly have a mental issue with a multi-goal lead. They went to sleep again. Pathetic defensive plays allowed the San Jose Sharks to get back in the game. A power play goal. You say, okay, those happen. It was Ryan Shea intercepting a dump in and just kind of bricking it right to the Sharks' Will Smith. It was like, thank you. Snapped a quick pass to Tyler Toffoli, unguarded near the net. It was just bang, bang. Shea has to play that better, has to catch the pass and then clear it or make a better clear, but he basically handed it right to Will Smith in the slot. The second goal, again, more mistakes. The third goal, more mistakes in the second goal, is Mikael Granlund. Yeah, you remember him from a couple of seasons ago. not the greatest skater in the world, outskates all 5 Penguins to the offensive zone, unabated to the net, and beats Alex Nedeljkovic. How does Mikael Granlund skate 200 feet faster than the rest of the Penguins? You can explain that one to me, because I surely can't. The third goal, 2-on-3, the Sharks come into the zone. The Penguins have it covered, except that Michael Bunting and Matt Grzelcyk realize that Tyler Toffoli is trailing the play. So, realizing that Ty Dellandrea on the left wall has the puck, both Grzelcyk and Bunting sag off of him towards the net to cover Toffoli. Except they left Dellandrea wide open on the left flank, and they didn't cover Toffoli in the slot either. They just kind of went to the net and watched. So Toffoli cuts through, gets the puck wide open, rips it past Nedeljkovic for a tie game. That's not coaching. That's just inexplicably bad hockey. And the Penguins have that in spades. They won in a shootout, so they get the second point. I did some math. 9 times this season, the Penguins have blown a multi-goal lead, and the opponent has come back to tie them. 9 times in 20 games. The Penguins have won 4. They are 4-3-2 in those games. I suppose that's better than nothing, but that surely is not a competitive or a playoff team. Let's put a bow on this. The kids are on the way. Pickering, Ponomarev, Poulin. Maybe I should call him St. Pivany just to keep the P thing going. But St. Ivany, 4 rookies in the lineup. And in total, 6 players, 26 and under, if you count Puljujärvi and Drew O'Connor. For a moment, you get a reprieve from the NHL trade rumors, I suppose, and the doom and gloom. That will resume probably Sunday afternoon and Monday as the Penguins get back to work, understanding that they let a terrible team off the mat with a 3-goal lead. From PPG Paints Arena, like I said, like, subscribe. I'm Dan Kingerski on the Pittsburgh Hockey Now and the National Hockey Now YouTube channel.